there is a book sitting on my desk right now that almost didn't exist at all. Welcome back to Unleashed with Dr. Scott. I'm Dr. Cameo Scott. I'm a practicing veterinarian. I'm a performer. And today, for the first time, I am officially a published author. I have a real, tangible, finished book in my hands. The first author copy of my paperback, The Unicorn, Why I Almost Walked Away from Veterinary Medicine. This book is a memoir about some of my journey. The idea came to me birthed out of pain. I needed to write about something that I went through, and I wrote it with the goal of creating something beautiful from my pain that would help other people make it through to the other side. This was very, not only scary, but it was hard for me to write for so many reasons. One was facing certain aspects of self, being afraid to release the book to the public, how it may be perceived, whether people would like it, all the usual things that you think about. But the more that I sat with this book, not only creating it, but the idea of the people that it could help, the beauty that could be born out of something so difficult that I went through for an extended period of time, being misunderstood, being cast out of an industry, not accepted pretty much anywhere that I went. That journey back to self, back to being okay with the totality of who I was as a person, as a human being, being okay with letting that mask down, the persona that you have to have to do a particular job or be accepted. The journey back to self-realization, integration, and being okay with the beauty of every aspect of who I was. That's what this book is about. I wrote it with no particular group in mind. It is definitely a memoir, but it's not a straightforward memoir. It's about my journey through a very difficult portion of my life as it relates to not only self but career. And this book is designed in such a way that the goal is to help similar people going through similar experiences to also find their way back to self, to not only feel understood and seen and heard, and not to no longer feel alone in everything that they're going through, but to know that they're not the only one. That is why I wrote this book. That is exactly why I wrote this book. The self-loathing that comes with this industry, the battling with imposter syndrome, and the difficult periods where maybe you feel like you might need a glass of wine at night. The weight of the industry that I practice in, and not only my industry, but the medical field, caregiving, all of it. Feeling as though you are a commodity or a cog in a machine that doesn't see you or value you or even hear you, that doesn't acknowledge the fact that you are a human being and therefore you need certain things in your life. So with that, I will say that this book is going to be available. Hardback, paperback. It is going to be available August the 8th on Amazon, pretty much all platforms. You pick your copy and you can get it then. If I didn't mention it already, again, feel free to take notes. That is the purpose. I wrote this with the intent that it is going to help people. So I can't wait to hear some of the stories of how it impacts your life moving forward. And I can't wait to hear what you've got from its pages. And it's not a hard read. It's an easy read. But it's definitely not a fast read. There was a lot of work that went into this, a lot of thought and a lot of soul searching and a lot of trying to figure out what is the best way to deliver this message, what is the best way to leave my legacy based on the pain that I'd been through. So go get your copy. If you cannot wait for August the 8th, I have you covered. You can go to drscott.pro. And you can click on the little link and it will reroute you to theindigophoenix.com. Or you can just go to theindigophoenix.com and buy the book there, and you can start reading it today. But like I said, this book was made for all of you. And I'm so happy that I wrote it. And I can't wait to hear the stories of how it hopefully helps you go through whatever it is you're going through. And I think together we can get through all this. Together we can make change. And I hope it finds you well. And I hope you enjoyed this episode of Unleashed with Dr. Scott. It's a very special one. Published author. Yeah, finally. So just keep going with whatever it is in life that you need to get through. Don't ever give up, because you can get there. I mean, who would have thought 6 years ago that I would actually have a book in my hands and a bio on the back of the pages. It's a little surreal, but if any of this resonated with you, please go get your copy. I can't wait to meet you. Come and rise with me and change your life. Life's meant to be lived. And you are beautifully and wonderfully made exactly the way that you are. And if anything in this episode brings up difficult feelings about anything that you're going through and you need to speak to someone, please know that you're not alone, and you can always contact, I believe it's 988 or whoever you need, 24/7, call or text. I think the other one. And there's always, the other ones, but you can always reach out to me directly too. So that's it. Until next time, signing out.